What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal, people? Hope all are doing well. You're having a blessed day, afternoon, or evening. Whenever you come across this reading. You already know if you watch with a good heart and good intentions, you are blessed and protected. But if you watch with any ill will or malintentions, oh, will I go blind 144,000 times. What's the deal, people? I came on here to do a reading, but before I jump into the energy, I wanna read the message that I got when I was shuffling the cards. So there's a message that I got, and it's talking about a sneaky link, that marries for money or married for money, and now they got a bad reputation because of it. This person is terrified about this moon magic because you're getting justice. This could be your energy or my energy. So there's somebody in energy that out here to be marrying for money, and they got a bad reputation because of it, and they out here terrified because they was doing moon magic on you or me, and you're getting justice or we're getting justice, and their mind is blown. They're nervous because what they did got them caught up in a federal case, and now they're imagining their own funeral or ending. I say this could be your or my energy because downstairs neighbor came out. So the downstairs neighbor needs to vacate the premises for siphoning energy and trying to cause delays because you're a triple threat. And this is happening in the present moment. They manipulated others. They have a lot, they lost all their respect that people have for them. A mother or father energy could be involved. They put a policy insurance, they did some policy insurance scam. This is messy energy that was in combat war with you, and they didn't realize the strength that you carry. They were out here pocket watching you. I said, if they don't confess, their life will be a mess. They got breathing problems, and they feel like their heart is about to be torn out. Again, the downstairs neighbor came out again. It says they thought they were too legit to quit. They were delusional, and you're running laps around these karmics. They lacking common sense, and they were on a high horse, and now they're feeling like a jackass because you're unbothered. They curse their contract. They wake up and they go to sleep doing spell work, and they were doing it overboard with these attacks. A fire starter that shall perish. It said what they did is unforgettable. It was a risky move trying to unalive you in your sleep. They're materialistic. An ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend could be involved, yours or theirs. These karmics is trapped, and they're out here trying to deny allegations and claims. This message was taken today, 8/15/2025, before me coming on this live. Ha 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 ha. So again, that could be your energy or my energy. But you got a downstairs neighbor that is about to have to vacate the premises because they're out here siphoning your energy, my energy, trying to cause delays, and they manipulated others to do this with them. So we're going to see if that's the same energy that comes out. But until then, let's tap into the energy. Angels, ancestors, spirits of the divine white light attribute only. Please provide me with some insights. There is no energy, entity, person that can defer or disrupt this message. So lo to be. We got the card is in the reverse. I don't think I'm going to take these cards in the reverse. We got is cleanup time, mildew fairy. So something was you had a little mildew build-up, collective. You have some mildew build-up, and everything is being cleaned up. It's cleanup time. So there's something that's being cleaned up at this time. Angel of time, working too hard. Yeah, because somebody was working too hard. Somebody was doing something. Somebody's mad. Look, you see this person is mad. Somebody could be 40 with a 40, 15. Today is, what's today? Today's the 14th. Somebody's nervous because I just started this reading and there's nothing wrong with me, and now my underarms is itching and they're sweaty for no reason. So somebody in my energy is nervous. Yeah, look. And they just left. If you can see the glistening in my freaking fingers, I don't think you can. But somebody in my energy is nervous because this wonderful idea, aha moment, somebody was working too hard on some type of idea. Somebody thought they had a wonderful idea. We got 40, 39. Somebody could be those ages. So let's clean up. There's something about to be cleaned up because somebody was working too hard on this idea. They thought they had a wonderful aha idea moment. Somebody thought they had a good idea and they were working real hard on this idea and something's being cleaned up. Whatever this idea is being cleaned up, collective. It's cleanup time on whoever was working really hard on whatever idea they had. The past returns for a time. Yeah, so somebody in the past, somebody did something from the past and is returning. So somebody was working too hard on some type of idea. Ghost of the past, and the past is returning for a time. So somebody was working too hard. It's cleanup time on whatever somebody was working on that somebody did in the past and is resurfacing now in the present moment. Yeah, and you see clearly clairvoyance. You see this clearly. You're clairvoyant. You're somebody who's clairvoyant. And you see this clearly, collective. The winged seer. You're the winged seer. And there's some type of storm coming. A storm. Collision of beliefs, cycle, attitudes, and energy. So you see clearly that somebody was working really hard on this idea that they had because of some type of collision of beliefs. So somebody's working hard because they had some type of collision. You had a different belief system. You carry different energies and different attitudes. And somebody had some type of idea that they did something in the past. You saw what they were doing, and the past returns for a time because a new world is reborn. So somebody's coming into your life because you're recreating a new world. We got Alice of the Sea of Tears, cast away out of your depths and feeling abandoned. Somebody could be feeling abandoned because you're rebirthing a new world. Somebody did something in the past. You're still rebirthing a new world. The signs are already with you. Some of these cards is coming out in the reverse. This card came out in the reverse. The working too hard came out in the reverse, but I'm not going to take it. That means whatever somebody was working on is not working. And then this card is coming out in the reverse. But I'm not going to take it. We got the 3 witchy sisters, the power of 3. So there could have been 3 people. The signs are already with you, collective. That is cleanup time. When it comes to this collision of beliefs, styles, and attitudes. So with this cleanup time, collective, somebody was trying to come and create a storm in your life because you have a different belief system as them. And they were working real hard to try to cast you out of your depths. They were trying to cast you out. They were trying to create a storm. They were trying to have you in your emotions. Nose itching confirmation. They were trying to have you in your emotions. They wanted you to feel abandoned. Somebody was working too hard to create a collision, to cast you out of your depths so you could feel abandoned. But even though they casted you out, collective, you still birthed a new world. You had a wonderful idea moment while somebody was creating a storm for you. Yeah, you had some type of you were working, because I'm rearranging the cards and this is landing on top of this, under this, with this clockwork pumpkin, a wonderful idea, the aha moment, a dragon lily garden, a new world is born. So you had an idea. You had a wonderful idea, a moment, and you created a new world, A new world was reborn for you. And now because a new world is being reborn for you, the past, the ghost from the past is trying to return for a time, and the signs are already with you. You already see this because you are this. Look, I swear to God, this is what it's saying as I read it. Somebody from the past is trying to come back into your life because you're birthing a new world. And you already see the signs that somebody is trying to return from the past because you're a winged seer. You see clearly. You're a clairvoyant. And this could be 3 or more people. The power of 3. Somebody was working hard. Or the number 3 could signify something. Now you got the numbers 15, 40, 39, 42, 12, 35, 11, 45, 4, and 9. Those numbers could signify something. Love is strange. As I pick up the deck. Shallow grave. You miss someone. Love is strange. That's crazy. As I pick up the deck, and this is what I see. This is somebody you could have been in a relationship with. Somebody you could have had an intimate encounter with. It says, oh, trick or treat, we're here. Somebody's trying to taunt you. And then you got time for a change, to learn something new, to use technology and gadgets with wisdom. This is what you did. And look, Elizabeth and the Lion, it's time to become a great leader. You created some type of change in your life. Nose itching confirmation. You created some type of change in your life. You learned something new. You use technology. You could do something online. You're using gadgets with wisdom. You're using technology and gadgets with wisdom. And you're becoming a great leader. This could have to do with something online. And somebody's brokenhearted. Mend a broken heart. Heal a heart fairy. Healing from a broken heart. Somebody's brokenhearted because you have a mighty shield. And you have positive, uplifting new friends coming in your life. Somebody thinks that this is a miracle. Someone thinks you miss someone. Someone thinks you miss them. Someone feels like you're a safe place for you to go. They're mad because you have a safe place for you to go and you're being your true authentic self, and somebody's mad because you're being your authentic self. Confirmation. Little wolf girl, it's all right to be alone. You're being your confirmation, nose itching, and notification. You're being authentic, your authentic self, and you're doing this alone. You're a lone wolf collective that's stepping into some type of leadership, and you're using technology and gadgets with wisdom. And you look calm amid the chaos. Yeah, somebody created some type of storm, and I'm just picking up the deck. These are cards are showing. Somebody created some type of storm in your life, or tried to create a storm in your life, have you in your feelings, feeling abandoned. But while you were in hermit mode, you had a wonderful idea, an aha moment, and a dragon lily garden, a new world was born. A new world was born while somebody was trying to create a storm in your life. Because you saw what was going on. You see clear. You're a seer. You're clairvoyant. You're intuitive. You're the winged seer. You have clairvoyant abilities. And somebody really tried. Look, again, split the deck again. Somebody tried to cause chaos, but you were calm amidst the chaos. Let me pause for a second because somebody's really trying to mess with me right now with my eye. You could watch me all you want. Confirmation with the honk. You could watch me work. And watch me get paid. And watch me work. Look, now you left, stupid bitch. Why you watching me, you little damn troll? The trolls. See, and the other one left. The trolls, both trolls left. The trolls are on the stroll. They out of control. So collective. It's cleanup time for this energy that was trying to cause a storm in your life. Yes, it is. Because you are the winged seer. You see what these people are doing, and you still built a new world while they were trying. Trying is the word. Trying to have you your feelings. It says, be enchanted with your life potential. Seek and find and know and discover. So this is what you did. Okay? You were enchanted with your own life. And you decided to seek your own potential and know and discover new things. It says, reawaken your intuition. Allow your emotions to ebb and flow like the cycle of nature's season. And this is what you did. You tapped into your intuition. You reawakened your intuition. You weren't in your feelings. Allow your emotions to ebb and flow. You were cast out of your depths and feeling abandoned, but it reawakened your intuition while they were trying to cast you out and create a storm because of this different beliefs of attitudes and styles and whatever it is. The difference, you people are two different people. You do things differently, and somebody was trying to cause the problems because you don't do the things the same way. You're not following in line, basically. You're not being a follower. You being a leader. Somebody's attacking you because they feel like you're not doing it the way you're supposed to do it, and you're not supposed to do it like everybody else. You're supposed to do it the way you're supposed to do it. Welcome to solitude. It is time to replenish your weary soul. Like I said, you went into solitude while somebody was trying to cast you out into your depths and feeling abandoned. You went into solitude and it reawakened your weary soul. It reawakened your intuition and allowed your emotions to ebb and flow like the cycle of nature's season. And it allowed you to rebirth a new world. Yeah, it says, love yourself. Love yourself for the courage you've shown to arrive at your best version today. Exactly. So you out here loving yourself while you're out here in solitude and isolation. While somebody thought that while you were in isolation and solitude, they had you in your emotions and you weren't in your emotions. You were coming up with ideas which allowed you to rebirth a new world. It says, honor the magic of the land, be nature's friend and ally. Assist in recreating Mother's Earth original garden is of pure wonder. Exactly. You were creating with Mother Nature, Dragon Lily Garden. A new world is reborn while you were in isolation, while somebody thought that they had you in your feelings, causing chaos. You allowed the true love of your soul to radiate and you let the natural beauty around you expand. That's what you did because the signs were already with you. And you started to reconnect to Mother Nature's world of plenty, and you shall receive a merit of miracles. So you know if you reconnected with Mother Nature, that you were going to be perfectly fine. That you were going to be blessed. So what you did was, while people were attacking you, you decided to put these ideas into motion, which created a new world for you. You were planting seeds, watering your garden. So while somebody was, bam, another metaphor right here. When you allow your inner light to shine and connect with your divine spark, there is a surge of love of self that can override all fear. You let go of all your fear, collective. And with the power of 3, with the message that came out before when I was reading, you could be a triple threat, collective. So basically, you welcome the solitude someone tried to put you in. You welcome the storm. You were calm amidst the storm. You welcome the storm. You welcome the solitude somebody was trying to place you in. And while you was in the solitude, you came up with this idea which allowed you to rebirth a new world. And now somebody from the past, stop trying to tap into my ground. Now somebody from the past is trying to return because the past returns for a time. So now they're trying to come back in your energy because they see that you're birthing a new world. And you see that somebody is trying to come in your energy and let me tell you something as far as me. Don't even bother to try to come in my energy. Don't try to bother to try to love bomb me. Don't try to think you're going to be slick because I already said, I am not fucking with nobody from my past. So if somebody from my past is trying to reconnect with me and I don't speak to them, Because I don't speak to nobody. Everybody cut off. Then I know that you just trying to come in and be a part of my shit. So don't bother, because any forward movement with malintent towards me in any way, shape, or form will fuck your life for a lifetime. Stop trying to block my throat. Now they're trying to block my throat. Let me clear my throat. And it goes a little something like this. You getting cut off, snip, snip, cut, cut. Somebody's getting snipped and cut off. Like I said, cleanup time. Because they don't like that you're at peace, collective. An aunt related could be an aunt related to you could not like that you're at peace and they're doomed. Let sleeping dogs lie. Confirmation with the sirens, and they worked with an ex-friend. And they weren't paying attention to the signs given by the divine, like the sirens. So far, 2 people came out with this power of 3. You could have an aunt related to you. And an ex-friend. Siren's still going. And they can't think straight right now. Because they were being a bunch of troublemakers. Now they entrapped right now, collective. And they're trying to deny allegations and claims in court because of some type of false advertisement. I tell you no lie, the past is catching up, nose itching. Look, it came out. They're getting beat up by their own energy, collective. And they no longer has their power or position. They being demoted. I'm not pulling a lot of cards today, but on the bottom of this, it says someone was on their high horse and now they're feeling like a jackass, collective. Because the actions against you will have them in great regret. Because they broke into the wrong spiritual house, collective. Yeah, they were doing necromancy. Now they're running out of money. And you reap what you sow. They were out here siphoning energy. And they lost all their power. Because no weapon form will prosper. Let me split the deck. Yeah, they were... One more time. It's still... I was trying to split it again, and it keeps splitting in the same thing. This is twice. So they out here doing jar spells, and it says become more patient, collective. So become more patient, or these people are not patient, and they were out here doing jar spells on you. And they sacrifice people and animal for money, and it says become more patient. So they out here doing jar spells, sacrificing people and animal for money. Confirmation, belch. Yeah, they so desperate to win. So they're so desperate to win, collective. They were so desperate to win, but you stood calm amidst the chaos. So they were creating storms in your life. They were so desperate to win. They were messing with the dead, doing necromancy, trying to cause collision. Yeah, this lands on top of Storm Angel and Alice in the Sea of Tears. So they were doing death magic on you to try to have you feel to cast it away and feeling abandoned. They were casting death on you. They were casting the death on you. Okay, because of this collision of belief styles and attitude and energies, they wanted to cast you away. So while they casted you away, someone was on their high horse, and now they're feeling like the jackass because every action they have taken against you will have them in a great regret, because they broke into the wrong spiritual house, because you're clairvoyant, you're a seer, you see things clearly. And now these people are running out of money. They're about to reap what they sow for trying to siphon energy, and now they're losing all their power. How you siphoning energy and you still losing power? Make that make sense? Yeah, because no weapon formed against you will prosper. They being cut off. And you need to let sleeping dogs lay. They're a bunch of laying sleeping dogs. Dead dogs. They can't think straight, and now they're out here trying to deny allegations and claims because the past is catching up with them. And they don't like that you're at peace. This aunt that could be related to this ex-friend, or this ex-friend related to this aunt, or this aunt could be related to you, your family or not. But there's an aunt energy and an ex-friend energy that's out here. And they were giving signs, but they weren't paying attention given by the divine. They were out here being troublemakers, and they haven't trapped themselves for causing trouble in your life. They're denying allegations and claims in court for these false allegations they made against you. Says trying to deny allegations and claims in court, false advertisement. So somebody tried to slander you. They have court issues now, and they're trying to deny these claims in court for these false advertisements because the past is catching up. They're getting beat up by their own energy, and they no longer serve a purpose or position, and they lost their power. They've been demoted because they were so desperate to win, collective. And you out here unbothered and calm in the chaos that they were trying to cause in your life. Trying to bring you some type of ending. Doing this necromancy. And while you out here reconnecting with Mother Nature, honoring your gifts and your magic, finding the courage to love yourself more so you could be the best version of yourself every day. You've welcomed this solitude. You became enchanted in your own potential to seek more knowledge and discover more knowledge. You allow nature to assist you, Mother Earth. You created with Mother Earth, started creating with Mother Earth. You allowed yourself to be true to yourself and see the beauty around you. You allowed your inner light to shine. You connected with the divine. And you got rid of your fears. And somebody was trying to instill fear in you. And they can't instill any fear in you because you don't fear anything. The only thing you fear is the Creator itself, because that's the only thing that could take you out. I don't know why these people be walking around here thinking they damn God, because you're not. You're not God. I don't fear you. You bleed red just like me. You could get hurt just like me. You could be emotional just like me. So I don't know why you think I'm supposed to be afraid of somebody that was also created like me. You are not my creator. So why am I going to fear somebody that didn't create me? Yes, just... Like, you are flesh and blood just like me. What the fuck I gotta be afraid of? Nothing. Yeah, someone was on their high horse. Now they're feeling like a jackass because you're about to be successful. Are they about to be cut off from their success? And you know that there is no greater goal than to love. So you loved yourself, collective, and now you're about to have success. Yeah, you trusted the process. You trust that you're going to have success. You accept that your inner voice will guide you correctly. So you trusted yourself and you guided yourself in the right direction. Yet through adversity, somebody was trying to cause adversity. This aunt energy was trying to cause you some type of adversity, and you accepted that challenge because you know that's the best way to learn. This aunt energy is not learning from their challenges. That's why it's less sleeping dogs lie. You're balanced. This is why you're having success. These people can't think straight because you having success. You trust the process through this adversity and your balance. You bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, into your world, and do so without judgment. Say you don't judge yourself or judge others. That's why you're balanced. And these people can't think straight. They're out here trying to unbalance you. Yeah, indecisions. I use my intuition in all aspects of things. Yeah, so you're not someone who's indecisive. You use your intuitions in everything that you do. Because you're clairvoyant. You're a winged seer. You see things clearly. Yeah, humor. You find the humor in this. Okay, you choose to focus on the lighter side of life. And that's what you did. And that's why these people are entrapped. Because you decided to focus on the lighter side of life. They weren't paying attention to the signs given by the divine. And you were. Yeah, and you decided to be a service. Service. I feel good when I can help others. You decided to help others. And somebody's out here trying to deny that you're helping others. Courage. This landed in the reverse. Somebody don't have no courage, and this landed on court. So somebody don't have no courage with this court thing. They're weak. But I'm not taking the card in reverse. So it says, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. So somebody is unable to face their fear while you're out here with courage and facing your fear with confidence. We got blame in the reverse. So they can't blame you. Somebody is false advertisement. This lands on false advertisement. So they can't blame you. I'm going to take the card in the reverse. Fuck it. So basically, collective, you accept the responsibility for your well-being. And these people cannot. And somebody was they can't blame you, false advertisement, but they're unable to blame you. Freedom. In the reverse, somebody is unable to free themselves from the past that's catching up. I possess the power and the free will to create your own happiness. You created your own happiness, and someone was unable to create their own happiness. And they're unable to free themselves from the past. Change in the reverse. The getting beat up by their own energy. They're unable to change this. They're unable to change the direction of the energy. Somebody trying to block my throat, bitch. Bye. You cannot block the message that's coming out. I don't know why you trying. We go through this every time I do a live. I don't know why we're doing this. So I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So basically, you decided to move forward and someone's unable to change. Somebody's unable to make a forward movement and they're getting beat up by their own energy. One more. Love in the reverse. Wow. It says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Somebody does not see the good in all things, and this is why they no longer have the power or position. They being demoted. Because somebody doesn't work out of love. Yeah, they work out of envy. Wow. You see the energy? This is why somebody's being demoted and they lost all their power. Because they don't work out of love. They work out of envy. And they were so desperate to win. They wanted to cause a storm in your life. Chaos in your life. In yours and mine. In yours and in mine. What I'm using. Do I want to pull them? Where we at? Where we at? Let's grab some more. Get into the T cards. Let's use this deck. What else can we get before closing out this energy? It says you were chosen for this, collective. You were chosen for this. And don't lose hope and keep the faith. So you were chosen for this, so don't lose your hope, keep the faith. That the actions taken against you will have them in great regret. Because these people are feeling like the jackass now. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, these spells is block and return to sender. And they knew that you were special and gifted, collective. Hold on, a card fell on the floor. And this was all a test. That's the card that was on the floor. This was all a test. They were being tested and they broke into the wrong spiritual house. And now they're going to be a regret. Yeah, they delusional, lost, mental issues, indecisive behavior. Yeah. They were delusional trying to cause this storm because of the difference in the belief system. We got you're an old soul, collective. So they decided to do this on an old soul, somebody who's clairvoyant. Big change coming and you're on the right track. So don't lose hope. Don't lose faith that these spells will block and return to sender. They knew that you were spiritually gifted, and stolen money, inheritance, asset. This is why they try to steal your money, your inheritance, your asset. Somebody that could have been cursed by their father's side, that was been sending you the evil eye, siphoning energy. Yeah, destined to happen. Cycle has ended, and look to the future. Yeah, this has ended, collective. This was destined to happen. This is why they lost all their power. So be thankful and be grateful that they're running out of money, and they're gonna be reap what they sow. They were out here catfishing you, stalking you, a hidden person. Yeah, trying to cause you some type of accidents, car, plane, fire, and now they're getting karma. Yeah, it's time to move to a new scenery, collective. So you about to move. Yeah, somebody's getting cut off. You having success, and you're about to move to a new scenery. It says, find your inner strength, arm up with your spiritual armor and gun. And that's what you did. You trusted the progress. You accepted your inner voice because it always guided you correctly. And you knew that all you had to do was be at peace. If somebody don't like that, you at peace. You found your inner strength in solitude. Yeah, live life. It says, live your life. Time to start celebrating. Yeah, it's time to start celebrating. Or you could be celebrating while you're going through this adversity. Yeah, somebody that's keeping secrets hidden. They wanted your gift and powers, collective. Yeah, but your ancestors don't play about you. And it says they were just using you. Yeah, for your services, for your energy, for your power, for your gifts. Yeah, but your family is very protected. Yeah, and now somebody is out here selling their ass for cash. They blaming you, or they could be saying that you sell your ass for cash, because that landed on false advertisement. So somebody was out here saying that you sell your ass for cash, and they really sell their ass for cash. It says declutter, rearrange, switch it up, detox, get right, better spiritual connection. This is what you did. Someone is unable to declutter or detox. They're unable to free themselves. And you did. Yeah, like I said, you return this energy back every day. And they're about to reap what they sow. Splitting the deck. Yeah, be true to your authentic self. Be you. This is what you were doing. You were being true to your authentic self. And you were being you. This is why you're about to have a new beginning and a fresh start. Because God got you always, collective. No weapon form will prosper. You have many past lives, so it's time for you to be responsible. Somebody was put under a spell and they're not in their right mind. They have no free will control. Somebody was unable to study your roots, will study your roots in the reverse. Somebody's unable to study their roots. Somebody needs a spiritual bath ASAP. They need to cleanse. And behind the scenes, all is being handled to you unknown. You're out of this world. Thank your spiritual team. Stolen identity, image copycat work. So somebody stole your image, your identity. They was copycatting you. But don't worry, God loves you. Crazy. I go. Everything I do it with a passion. Hey. So collective. Somebody's past is catching up to them. And they cannot escape from this. They cannot escape. Let's clear this table. They cannot escape from this, collective. They out here catfishing and stalking you. They running out of money doing this spell work on you. Trying to block you. But all the spells that they do get returned right back to them. And every action, every step towards your way with malintention or ill will have them in great regret. This is why, it has them in great regret. This energy that they send to you gets returned back to them every day by your spiritual team. So thank them that you were able to be at peace in this chaos and storm that they created, they were trying to create for you. I know I thank my spiritual team all the time. I'm very grateful. I love them. Because if it wasn't for my spirituality and me tapping into my spirituality, I probably would not be here today. So, look, as I pick up the deck, and I pick up this deck, it says stolen money, inherited asset, home, stolen identity, image, work, copycat. Somebody stole something from you. A home, an asset, money, your identity. They copycatting you. They stealing from you. They're siphoning energy from you. They're forming weapons, but they're not prospering. An ex-friend, an aunt energy. And somebody else, a hidden enemy, because it says the power of 3. So there's still somebody that's hidden, that's trying to stay hidden, that's causing adversity because they're envious of you. But they're getting themselves entrapped because they have a court case and they're trying to deny allegations. But they cannot because they try to break into your house and they broke into the wrong spiritual house. Now they reaping what they sow. Now their past is catching up to them and they can't run from the past. So this message is about this message is about an aunt. Your aunt or somebody else's aunt and an ex-friend energy that was out here trying to cause you some storms. And there's a third person that's out here with this power of 3. That's still trying to stay hidden, trying to cause you a storm. Let's see something. Let's close this reading out. Even though that would have been a close up, but let's close this reading out with some tarot. Wow. We got the 5 of Swords coming out in the reverse. And the 3 of Wands. And the Queen of Coins in the reverse. Wow. So, somebody was trying to cause you, again, with this adversity. And adversity is on the top of this deck. Somebody was trying to have you with some type of adversity. Somebody was trying to create a storm, deception, battle with you, but they were unable to battle with you. A Queen of Coins, Pentacles in the reverse. There's somebody who's materialistic when it comes to their foundation. Somebody was trying to cause adversity when it came to your foundation. Your 3 of Wands, a Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles. So there was a Queen of Pentacles. This is an earth sign energy that was trying to cause some type of adversity to your foundation. They were materialistic. And they were unable to put you to rest with this 4 of Swords in reverse. So we got the 4, 5 of Swords, 3, 4, 5 is here. Countdown, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6 of Cups in the reverse. Someone was unable to put you to some type of rest. The 6 of Cups, this is talking about past. Somebody from your past childhood. Somebody is unable to... Somebody, new hope, new beginning. So somebody's not having any new hope, new beginning. They were unable to put you to rest. So since they were unable to put you to rest with this 4 of Swords in the reverse, they're unable to bring a new beginning in their life. when it comes to the foundation, because they were being greedy. 4 of coins in the reverse. They're being forced to let go of something. They resisting change. They did not want to make a change. They were holding on too tightly to something that was not even theirs, and now they have to release it with this 4 of coins in the reverse. Queen of coins and 4 of coins in the reverse. The 4 of coins is confirmation for the Queen of coins. So yeah, somebody was being money hungry, be greedy, and materialistic. 4 protection. You're protected from this with the 4 of cups in the reverse. Somebody's not going to get this offer. There's no cups coming in for this person. There's nothing pouring into this person's life or will pour into the person's life. They're going to miss opportunities. Yeah, the Emperor, the Queen of Wands. You could be this Emperor, Queen of Wands energy. Collective. Yeah, 10 of Swords in the reverse. And somebody's in the dark because they were unable to cause you this injustice with justice in the reverse. 3 of Pentacles. Judgment in the reverse. Somebody was trying to have you under judgment. They were collaborating, working together to try to have you under judgment. And now all types of laws are involved because they was causing you an injustice with the justice in the reverse. They're in the dark because they were trying to cause you an injustice. Yeah, 7 of Cups. They were delusional. Somebody had thought that they had a lot of options. 8 of Coins in the reverse. Yeah, no options. They don't have any options with the 8 of Coins in the reverse. Somebody was delusional with the 7 of Cups. They thought they had a lot of options, and with the 8 of Coins in the reverse, 8 of Coins, 8 of Pentacles in the reverse, they don't have options. They cannot build anything. Yeah, somebody thought that they were going to have, by collaborating and having you under some type of judgment, that they were delusional, thinking that they wouldn't have many options, and these were yours. Because as you can see, it's like in cups, but they're like ghosts. They were being hypnotized by delusional energy. You see the snake, the ghost, a man. You got a person's face. Then you got a ghost, a snake behind them. You got a house or a castle here, money here. This is some type of animal, like a dragon or something. And then the other one, I'm going to guess like some type of ranking, a scholarship or a ranking with that leaf. So basically, somebody was basically after your foundation, your money, your energy, your peace of mind, because this person looks like they're at peace, your position, and then they had a ghost and a snake in the back that got them hypnotized, delusional to that. Yeah. Somebody is under judge. Somebody was trying to have you under judgment to stop you from building. Yeah, the Hierophant in reverse, Queen of Swords. This has to do with a religious foundation, a religious structure, church. Somebody of church, a marriage alliance. Yeah, they in the 5 of Cups collective. Somebody's sick. So somebody collaborated with others to have you under judgment. They were delusional, thought they were going to guess this, whatever they were trying to steal from you. And they're not getting anything. The 8 of Coins in the reverse. This organization, marriage alliance, religious structure. There's somebody that's a part of some type of organization, foundation. A Queen of Swords that's getting their look, off with their head. They're in the 5 of Cups. This Queen of Swords energy is sick for trying to have you under judgment and cause you injustice. Yeah, King of Swords in the reverse. This is somebody who was abusing their power, but you stood your ground with the 7 of Wands because you're this King of Cup energy. You're powerful. You're a powerful person, loving, caring, kind person. Structured. You're in your you know how to balance your emotions. Yeah, we got the freaking High Priestess in the reverse. There's a High Priestess in the reverse who's in the 5 of Cups. Or you could be this Queen of Swords, King of Cups energy collective, because the King of Cups is landing under the Queen of Swords. So you could be this Queen of Cups. I don't know why I said Queen of Cups. Queen of Swords, King of Cups energy. You're somebody who's speaking your truth, but you're balanced. You're in your emotions. You're still a loving, caring, kind person. You're structured. You're standing your ground. And there's a King of Swords that's in the reverse, and somebody that abused their power. You stood your ground to somebody that was abusing their power. A King of Swords in the reverse, a High Priestess in the reverse, Hierophant in the reverse energy. You're still getting your 9 of Cups. You're still getting this off of 4 of Cups. You're going to be collaborating with people, 3 of Cups, because you're balanced, temperance. This Moon is in the reverse. And you're still building your foundation because you are the Queen of Cups. And your cup is still filling, Ace of Cups. And that's the truth, Ace of Wands. And someone is in the 9 of Swords because of it, because they were unable to 7 of Swords you and fill up their own cup, Ace of Cups in the reverse, because you're not brokenhearted, 3 of Swords in the reverse, and now somebody's unable to travel with the 6 of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, somebody has been put to a stop, Ace of Swords. The Devil, because you're having a victory. 6 of Coins, a confirmation. This is somebody from your past. 6 of Coins is coming out in the reverse again. This is somebody from your past. They're not having a new hope or a new beginning. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Like I said, they're not having a new beginning. Because you're still standing your ground, 7 of Wands. So somebody's unable to have a new beginning because you're still standing your ground. You're still standing your ground and fighting against this person who's abusing their power, trying to cause you injustices and have you under judgment. This person that's could be a part of a marriage, could be a part of an organization, could be part of a religious background with the Hierophant in the reverse. The Hierophant in reverse represents church. Somebody of church, a religious background. So this is the collision of the different belief styles and attitudes. Somebody is a part of some type of something and is different from you. So they think that you're doing it the wrong way, but in actuality, they're doing it the wrong way and you're doing it the right way because you're doing it the way you want to do it. You're doing it the way that the Most High is guiding you to do it. Not everybody is supposed to follow the same person or be in the same energy. We all have a different path and we all walk a different lane. We all walk a different lane, different path, different journey. We all not going to be the same, look the same, read the same. It's not going to be that. We all not going to read these cards the same. We all going to read these cards differently. So because I'm not reading the cards the way you want me to read the cards, you want to cause a problem for me because you want me to read it the way you want me to read it? I'm going to read it the way I fucking see fit to fucking read it, the way I feel I need to fucking read it. Not the way you need me to decipher the message because you don't want the truth to come out. That's not my problem. Look, I just see this card. Aunt, mother, sister, cousin, girlfriend. There's an aunt energy. So confirmation to the aunt card that came out. I didn't even see this there. These spells is blocked and return to this aunt, mother, sister, cousin, girlfriend energy. And they pissed off and upset Because you about to be the first millionaire and billionaire and be rich. While they're out here trying to steal your money and inheritance assets, they wanted to be the first millionaire, billionaire, rich, and they cannot be because they're not you. Ending time is up. Energy don't lie. Because the collective has been gifted since birth and they're magical. You cannot take that from them. That's why the enemies, haters are getting karma. Because you're a powerful magician, manifestor, herbalist. And these people are trying to astral project in your space and send monitoring spirits. Yeah, unexpected money income. You about to have some unexpected money income, collective. And these people are embarrassed, ashamed, and they got a tail between their heads. So thank your spiritual team. You're earth angel. You're a star. And they just mad. And they're just going to be mad. Collective, that's the message. And that's how I'm ending it. You already know if you watch me with a good heart and good intentions, you are blessed and protected. But if you watch me with any ill will or malintentions or leave with lies, go blind 144,000 times. Instantly, quickly, swiftly used through the effects of all hexes and curses and spells that you project. And the ending message is, go with the flow and forgive, collective. Unbind the rope which has been tied up, that has tied up your will and strength. You put in so much hard work, there's no more regret. Float with the free flow so it will bring you the land of peace. And forgive. The highest octave of a fulfilled soul is letting go of the ugly pieces of life. Keep giving, learning, loving, and forgiving is called true love. This is the ending message for you, collective. Go with the flow and forgive. Because it's your peace. You're at peace. They don't like that you're at peace, so continue to stay in peace. Continue to stay devoted to your own path and your own journey. Don't worry about if anybody's mad. Who gives a shit? They were desperate to win, and now they in the panic room. Because they were trying to have you replaced. They're toxic. And people lost their respect. Nobody got respect for them. This person is not related to you. Yeah, they getting rejected. And they out here trying to make bargains and deals. So trying to have you in this communal trial. A group study. Somebody's confessing. Anyway, I'm out of here. That's the end of the message. Peace out. Bye. I may or may not come on here with another message. I don't know. But this is the message for this early afternoon. Peace out, people.